Hey everybody, it's Michelle coming at you with Page of Wands, Tarot, and Oracle. I keep switching my platforms here. I've been doing readings on Facebook for quite a while. I just have a really familiar audience there, but I was doing readings on YouTube. Back in the day, a couple years ago, I was doing Twin Flame Skeptic readings because I am a Twin Flame. Everything... Oh God, I'm gonna have to contend with gnats out here. Everything kind of went off the rails for me for about a year or so, and so I had to quit doing my readings and on YouTube anyway, and then I deleted a bunch of stuff, and we were still in the midst of dealing with my son's cancer treatment, so it was just a really crazy, chaotic time. And I was going through a lot of changes, as anybody on this journey can probably attest to. If you are on the Twin Flame journey, you know how crazy it could be. This channel, everybody's welcome. It's not just for Twin Flames. It's also for anybody that is on a soul mission, feels they have a soul calling, or really just wants to focus more on self-care, healing old wounds, and cultivating, you know, a higher sense of living, which has to do with getting in touch with our spirituality. So anyway, I'm going to get started today. The spread that I'm going to do, and by the way, these daily studies are just for anybody. And, you know, I touch on a lot of different things, but I hope that something will always resonate with somebody. So I try to keep the themes kind of a little bit more general. So I'm going to do a past life spread, and I'm using this Doreen Virtue past life deck here. And then I'm going to clarify it with a couple oracle, well, one oracle, my wisdom of the oracle. And then I'm going to also do a tarot spread on top of that. And for that, I'm going to use my Tarot Apocalypsis. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these past life cards, and I'm going to pull one, and then I'm going to do a little mandala around it, which means I'm just going to clarify it with the other cards and see what we get. Take a little bit of a deeper look. There's not a lot of cards in this deck. It's only 44, so it's pretty small, but you do get some interesting stuff. So if anybody's interested in past life regression work, I highly recommend this deck because it's a really good way to tap into karmic situations and soul contract situations that might be coming back around in your life that you might not be aware of. So there could be things going on where you're like, man, this just feels like such a common theme, and it feels like it just keeps repeating itself. So yeah, this is a really, really great deck to explore those things. So bear with me one moment. I'm having some issues shuffling these bad boys. Okay, we got mother. So we've got some mother issues coming out here. So let's see if that's true for any of you guys. Great. If you don't know about it, great. You might want to explore that a little bit. Something I know my friend does a lot is she works with CODA in CODA meetings, which is Codependence Anonymous, and they do inner child work. So that's a really great practice for anybody who thinks they may be dealing with mother issues, or, you know, doesn't understand why they repeat certain patterns in their lives, especially if you feel yourself repeating the same patterns of your family. And I talk about this a lot with what I call scarcity syndrome, and that's coming from families who didn't have a lot of money and had to be very conscious about what they spent. And if they were always complaining about not having money, or always on a budget, and we're always in that fear mindset of, oh my gosh, we're not gonna be able to afford this, we're not gonna be able to do this, we're not gonna be able to do that, and they a lot of times that gets passed down to you, to the children. And then the next thing you know, you have kids, and then you're perpetuating the same scarcity syndrome mindset and the same fear-based mindset around money. And what that does is it actually locks you into the same pattern as your parents. So we don't want to do that, even though your parents may have worked really, really hard for their money and for what they had, despite hardships. We want to switch our mode of thinking a little bit and turn it around to something more positive, because it's actually going to yield us much better results. Okay. All right. So now we've got serendipity. So this card is all about seeing things as, not being a coincidence, but seeing things as being, events or, anything that happens that is actually heralds kind of good luck, right? So we've got this clover here. So this is events all coming together, everything coming together for the purpose of something feeling really fortunate. So that's good. That would be kind of like the Wheel of Fortune card coming around in a positive way. And then we've got higher power in reverse. So this has to do with not allowing spirit or the universe or whomever to help you and to be a presence in your life. All right. So I'm going to, actually, before I do that, I'm going to pull some tarot around this as well and see what we get with that. I'm hoping I don't lose you guys because I think my battery's a little bit low here. So, bear with me. Seven of Pentacles and Temperance. Okay, so this card is all about return on investment. This is about building wealth, planting seeds, planting your harvest, and then sort of stopping and taking stock and inventory of all the hard work that you've done, and then also having the faith that the things that you've worked really hard for and the seeds that you've planted are going to actually bear fruit, and they're actually going to, they're going to be prosperous for you. Temperance card on top of this is alchemy. This is all about divine timing. This is all about events coming together at the right time in the right way in order for things to happen. So what I see in this spread with this Mother card, I'm going to see if I can turn you guys around. Hold on. So what I see in this spread with this Mother card, return on investment, serendipity, temperance, and higher power in reverse, is that this would have to do with feeling like some of you guys could have dealt with a mother that wasn't very supportive in terms of if she didn't have the faith that the things that you worked very hard for were going to come back around and pass that on to you. That could be an issue that you are also perpetuating, which is what I was talking about before. What this could also be is you feeling like you really want to have a sense of being able to trust that the universe is going to bring you what you need when you need it. All right, so this is all about not worrying so much about whether or not plans are going to come together and whether or not your investments are going to pay off. And this is more about having that faith in that higher power there. And then here, this is really beautiful card. So I'm actually going to read these to you. So 1 second. 18. All right. Opportunity allied with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. I really like how much that plays into temperance here, guys, because again, temperance is all about alchemy, and it's all about elements coming together at the right time and in the right way in order to produce some really great serendipitous results, right? So the Oracle's message, you stepped into alignment with the greater good where your dreams and the collective dream resonate in exquisite harmony. Now is the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never have planned all by yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now as a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world. Your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. Everything you bring into being now will leave a wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Expect the unexpected and smile, for spirit loves you so very much. Wow, that is amazing. So I feel like what this is all about is really having that faith and cultivating that faith that with a higher power, when you co-create with spirit, you really can create and build your own fortune. And I love that we're getting that around this Mother card too, because now this is taking on a whole different form where this mother feels to me like we're talking more about you mothering the universe and you mothering your peers, the people around you, and your children, not just in the sense where you do, you kiss the boo-boos and you put them to bed at night, but this is more about the legacy, right? How do you build that legacy, and how do you come from a place that's nurturing and supportive in your work? This means so much to me, very, very deeply, and so I hope that that would resonate with you guys as well. So I'm just going to read the protection message of the higher power here. Now is the time to examine what you're giving energy and attention to in the back of your mind. If you're obsessing about being right, about old resentments or failed expectations, about money, or about any other people, places, or things, these will be the source from which you create. So once again, that scarcity syndrome that I'm talking about, we don't want to create from that place. It's a negative place. We want to create from the hopeful place, the place that knows we can be successful, the place that knows we're going to get returns on our investment, the place that knows that the universe is going to provide, okay? Spirit, but you want Spirit to be your source. Take heart, for your higher power will never desert you and is always waiting for you to remember the sacred partnership you share. Turn away from other sources of power that don't serve your highest good. There is no greater source than Spirit. You can always surrender your troubles and trust that they will be taken care of. You are in good hands. All right, that's a really awesome message today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, my name is Michelle. Hopefully you'll subscribe, like the video, share it, whatever, and join me for more. All right, bye-bye. If I can figure out how to turn this off. Oh, there we go.